Sarah looked like any other teenager on TikTok. She was 16, living in a quiet Georgia suburb. Her profile was filled with lip-sync videos, cute filters, and tearful posts that tugged at followers' hearts. Nothing about her online life hinted at anything sinister, but behind the smiles, police say a shocking truth was hidden. In early 2025, Sarah made a 911 call that shattered her family forever. Her mom and stepdad were found shot to death in their bedroom, and Sarah was the one who discovered the scene, or so she claimed. When police arrived, Sarah was crying and shaking. She told the officers she found her mom and stepdad shot in their bedroom, but almost right away, things didn't add up. Her 911 call was strange. She didn't sound panicked, more like she was acting. Investigators noticed she mentioned details too quickly, like she already knew what had happened. The bodies were still warm, yet she had a full story. And her phone? It had been wiped clean just hours before the murders. Detectives started asking, was this really a tragic discovery or a planned setup? As detectives dug deeper, they checked Sarah's social media. What they found was chilling. Just hours after the murders, Sarah had been liking and commenting on crime content, especially posts about family murders. Even stranger, she had messaged a true crime YouTuber she followed, hinting she had a story they'd want to cover. Her messages said things like, "This one's wild. Personal, too." The timing was eerie. Why would she reach out so quickly after her parents' deaths? Was she trying to get attention, or controlling the narrative before the truth came out? As investigators questioned Sarah's friends, a disturbing picture emerged. Apparently, Sarah was obsessed with going viral. She had talked about wanting to become the next big thing in the true crime space, not just as a viewer, but as the story. She even joked about faking a kidnapping or doing something crazy enough to blow up online. What started as dark humor now seemed like a confession in disguise. One friend remembered her saying, "People only care about tragedy when it's dramatic enough." Police began to wonder, had she staged the entire thing for fame? Police obtained surveillance footage from nearby homes and businesses. What they found shattered Sarah's story. In one video, a figure matching her description was seen leaving the house alone the night of the murders. No signs of a break-in, no intruder. Even worse, a neighbor's doorbell camera captured audio, a woman's voice saying, "Just make it look real." It was chilling. Investigators traced her steps to a local gas station where she calmly bought snacks, right after calling the police in a panic. Her phone records confirmed it all. Sarah was planning something far more twisted than anyone imagined. As police built their case, they also uncovered Sarah's chilling obsession, true crime influencers. She wasn't just consuming this content, she wanted to become part of it. Investigators found online posts she had written anonymously, subtly hinting at the murders, begging creators to look into this insane case. She followed dozens of crime channels and even sent one creator a DM with private details that hadn't been made public. When questioned, she denied everything, but the digital trail didn't lie. It seemed Sarah had orchestrated this not just out of rage or trauma, but for attention. When Sarah finally faced trial, the courtroom was filled with reporters, family, and strangers who had followed the case online. But no one was ready for what happened next. Sarah's defense team argued that she had dissociative identity disorder, claiming another personality committed the crime. A clinical psychologist testified that Sarah had shown signs of trauma and deep mental instability since childhood. Prosecutors pushed back, pointing to her calculated digital behavior and the elaborate attempts to manipulate media. The jury looked torn. Was she mentally ill, or was this just another performance? After weeks of emotional testimony, the jury returned with their decision. The courtroom fell silent. Sarah stood up, hands shaking. The foreperson read the verdict, guilty on all counts. Sarah's face didn't change, no tears, no anger, just silence. Some believed she was still acting, others said she'd finally accepted what she did. As she was led away in handcuffs, the internet exploded with reactions. People debated whether she deserved life in prison or psychiatric help. But for her family and her victims, justice had finally spoken. Sarah Grace Patrick's story is a chilling reminder that darkness can hide behind a screen and a smile. She wasn't just a daughter, she was a TikToker, a friend, and a performer. But no one imagined she'd become a killer. As the world moves on, her case stays frozen in time, a twisted moment where content creation met real-life tragedy. The question that lingers isn't just, why did she do it? It's how many more like her are out there waiting to be found.